we'll be going over a very simple Bannock recipe, also known as fry bread or flatbread. To get started, we're going to turn the oven on to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Get preheated while we're mixing our ingredients. Now to get started, we're going to need 3 cups of flour. Next off, we're going to need some kosher salt. That's what I have, so it's what I'm going to use. Next, we're going to need 2 tablespoons of baking powder. Now before we go any further, we're going to whisk all the dry ingredients together to make sure they're blended for even distribution. Next, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of melted butter into the mix and mix that together before we add the water. Now you can use lard, you can use oil, cooking oil, canola oil, vegetable oil. I prefer using butter. You can use bacon grease if you like, but that's just getting crazy. You don't want to look kind of granular like. The next step is going to be adding the 1.5 cups of water. Now you don't want to add it all at once, you just want to mix it, add it in a little bit, mix it up. You want it on the drier side rather than the wet side. It's just easier to handle that way. Put in about 1/2 cup to start with. Mix it around, get a nice dough ball rolling going. Make sure to scrape the sides. There we go. We got a nice dough ball. And I didn't even use all the water. There's still a good 1/2 cup of water left. So I'm saying you don't want to mix it all at once because then you just got this goopy mess. Screws up your recipe. Now you want to start heating up your pan, preheating your cast iron. I'm going to use cast iron. You can use a baking sheet or whatever. You can put it all in one big clump and break it up later. I find it's easier for portions just to break it up before, make little biscuits out of it and put it in the cast iron. Cast iron is just about ready. We're going to grease it up a little bit. So you're going to do just about a fistful of dough. Don't want to make them too big. They're not going to grow any. This is about the same size when I come out at the end. Now you don't have to bake these. You can put them in a deep fryer, you can fry them in a pan. I prefer it baked, it turns out a little bit better, I find. Now a little extra step that I like to do, I like to take a little brown sugar and sprinkle it over the top. Garnish or whatever. Now we stick it in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. See it a bit. Now, while we're waiting for this to bake, I'm going to tell you a bit of how Bannock came into my life. I was a child growing up, and my Uncle Kirby would come into town. He wasn't around very often, but when he was, it was always a good time. And him and my parents would get together and catch up. We only see him once every couple of months. And I would go to bed and wake up in the morning. Didn't matter if it was a school night, weekend, or nothing. He would just show up and make Bannock. It would be a feast of Bannock. Bannock on the countertops, Bannock in the dining room. Just every available space was filled up with Bannock. Now, this isn't his recipe that I'm using. This is just something I pulled off the internet a while ago. But I find it works great. It's a pretty flexible recipe. You can use pretty much any kind of oil, melted butter, lard, bacon grease. It gets different things. You can add potatoes to it. You can add fruits and berries. This particular recipe didn't call for brown sugar on top. I just like that better because it's better. I find it's awesome. Okay, let's check this out now. Oh yeah, look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Good old home cooked Bannock. And that's how you make Bannock. It's pretty easy. You can put in whatever you want, experiment with it. This is how I do it. I like it. Don't forget to subscribe and throw me a like. Thank you very much.